If you've been following the graphic design world online, you're probably seeing the little buzz on anti-design lately. I know, it's a controversial topic. Some people are a little bit reluctant on accepting this style. We can't deny it. It's a thing. It's already happening. It's here. That's why today we're going to design an anti-design apparel. But before we start, if you haven't watched it, we already had an awesome discussion on anti-design. So go check that out. Make sure you watch that video first. Alright, so today I'm going to start with typography. There's so many things you can do with typography in anti-design. I mean, the amount of different combinations you can make, incredible. I'm going to use my favorite script font, Luxurious Script. I highly recommend this font. It is my go-to script. I go through phases as a graphic designer, and I'm in my Luxurious Script phase, okay? So I use it in all of my projects. So I'll go ahead and mix that with the sans serif font. I like Kittl because it's geometric, but also it's a playful sans serif font. Notice how the N, it's backwards. I love when sans serifs have this touch of whimsicality and playfulness. When I mix fonts, I always create this little outline stroke around the character, the same color as the background. To be honest, it is a personal choice. I think it resonates with my style a lot. I'm going to change the background color to a more off-white color. This is a little color tip, by the way, but every time I want to use white as a background, especially when I use black or a really dark color as the contrasting color, I choose a off-white tone, creamy, beige, light gray. When you create such a high contrast like black on white, it could overstimulate your sight when reading text. I mean, it's gonna be already a pretty overstimulating design, so let's at least go easy with the color choice. Anti-design is the perfect opportunity to use that display font that you love, but you just don't know how and when to use. Silly Days is one of my favorite fonts in Kittl. It already has that little outline stroke by default, and I just love that. So graphic design is my passion, but also my burden is kind of like a joke within the design community, which is we all have a passion in common, which is graphic design, but we also have a struggle in common, which is graphic design. I'm not too worried about it looking good, but it's gonna look pretty rad, so trust the process. I'm not gonna be talking about beauty because that's relative, but even for anti-design, there's some approaches that make your design appear more polished and fit for commercial use within the style. You could, for example, follow color rules and go crazy with typography. Something I like about anti-design is that since it's based on disruptive ideas, each designer can and must bring their unique approaches and perspectives to the design. Me, for example, I'm huge into typography experimentation, but I don't like to mess around with color that much, so that's just how I do. But you could, for instance, do the exact opposite. This design could have been just a typographic poster, but I chose to add little illustrations. Kittl tip for anti-design posters: if you go to abstract and choose the Y2K elements, there's some pixelated elements that I think are perfect for anti-design. So I just go ahead and choose some of them to add to my design. Some playful juxtaposition here with typography and elements. For the elements placement, I just go with what it looks the best. Something really important for design, not only anti-design, but graphic design in general, is that you have to learn to trust your site. If it looks good, it's probably right. Also, I love graphic design, but my disk is full. More graphic design jokes, my disk is full. Graphic design struggles. Anyways, now let's mock this up real quick. Honestly, I love how it looks on a tee. I would 100% use that, in fact. Now let's see on a sweatshirt. Oh, okay, that's even cooler. I think it will look insane as a graphic design merch. So, what do you think about anti-design? I love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this tutorial and found it helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Kittl's YouTube channel. Alright, until next time, bye!